Hello and welcome to Data Center. I'm Steve Whitaker. Today's top story, the dual-core duel between the dual-core AMD Opteron processor and the dual-core Intel Xeon processor. This 5-round competition will determine the undisputed champ in power consumption and performance. With me live in the studio is Pat Patla, Director of Server Workstation Marketing for AMD. Welcome to Data Center.
Thanks, glad to be here.
Now, before we get out to the duel, let's talk for a second about dual-core technology in the enterprise.
Well, what's become apparent, especially over the last year, is that enterprises are demanding the performance per watt which multi-core technology can provide. Placing multiple cores on a single processor die greatly improves the efficiency and performance of running multiple compute-intensive applications. It also helps reduce thermal demands, which is critical in any data center.
Right, and AMD delivered the industry's first native x86 dual-core processor for servers?
Correct. We stayed true to our technology roadmap that we set in place in 1999. Our new dual-core technology immediately won every major industry standard benchmark for x86 servers.
And how have customers responded?
Fantastic. We're gaining momentum and market share every day. In the third quarter of this year alone, our worldwide server microprocessor unit sales increased more than 20%.
Wow. Now, didn't you challenge Intel to a dual-core duel several months ago?
Yes, we did. In August, in the spirit of fair and open competition, we challenged them to a live shootout based on industry standard benchmarks measuring server workloads and energy consumption.
And did they show?
No, they didn't. We even made it easier for them to respond a couple of weeks ago by offering to host the duel directly across from their offices in Singapore.
And did Intel show up at that event?
No, they didn't. We feel their lack of response, both here and in Asia, just validates our multi-core leadership, but we want to be fair. So using published, on-the-record, industry-standard benchmarks, we'd like to show how we think the duel would have gone down.
Well, this should be quite a duel. Let's now go to our ring announcers, Bob and Stefan, at the event.
We're in New York City, where tonight, the undisputed x86 microprocessor champion will be decided in the enterprise arena. Stefan, this promises to be quite a fight.
Oh, it sure does, Bob. You know, it's one thing to talk about performance and another to prove it in a direct competition like this.
Boy, you've got that right. And tonight's 5-round bout will test both processors using third-party audited benchmarks. We'll see head-to-head industry-standard performance comparisons for power, for database, application serving, integer performance, and my all-time favorite, floating point performance.
The winner of each category will be announced at the end of each round.
And the first round of the dual-core duel will examine power consumption. With us live from the Data Center studios is Pat Patla. Pat, please tell us, why is power so important?
Power is becoming especially important for data center managers and is increasingly becoming critical. Customers need high performance per watt servers in today's data centers.
Okay, and here we go with the first round of the dual-core duel.
Oh, that was quite a punch!
Oh, it looks like AMD's getting the upper hand early on this one.
You know, Bob, the other processor is taking quite a beating here.
Ow! That hurts. Let's see the results of the first round. Wow! When it comes to performance per watt, AMD has the best in the industry. Next up, TPCC, which simulates a complete computing environment where a population of users executes transactions against a database. Pat, again, why is TPCC so important?
This benchmark is centered around principal activities of an order entry environment and a wholesale supplier. TPCC mixes 5 concurrent transactions of different types and complexity, either executed online or queued for deferred execution. Performance will be measured in new order transactions per minute. This round will be important for anyone who manages, sells, or distributes a product or service.
Boy, that's pretty impressive. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Oh! Whoa, that was quite a shot! Oh, and that ends the round. Let's take a look at the results.
Now, it looks like the second round goes to AMD. Now, for all of the key specs in tonight's bout, the larger the number, the better the performance. Isn't that right, Pat?
That's correct.
Great, thanks. Now, Round 3 is Application Serving Performance, JBB 2005, which is Spec's benchmark for evaluating the performance of server-side Java. What does this mean to our audience, Pat?
This benchmark is designed to measure a system's ability to act as a middle-tier Java application server in a 3-tier system. A 3-tier system consists of a client, a Java application server, and a database. The Java application server manages the incoming requests from the client, retrieves...
Whoa, you learn something new every day.
Most of us do, Bob.
And there's the bell.
Now, the dual-core AMD Opteron processor really seems to be under control here, Bob. Whoa, nice performance!
Yes, it is, and the other dual-core processor is starting to lose it when it counts.
Oh, that is gonna hurt!
Oh, you got that right. That's really gonna cost him. Oh, well, that was really something. Whew. Let's look at how these competitors did.
See, Bob, not even close. In round 3, it's AMD.
You've got that right. You know, the competition's going to have to do a lot better than that if they want to back up their performance claims.
I'll say.
Now, the last 2 rounds measure integer and floating point performance.
You know, Bob, I have to say right now that I don't think this is going to be fair.
Why's that?
Well, the dual-core Intel Xeon processor is still using the traditional front-side bus, while the dual-core AMD Opteron processor has the revolutionary direct connect architecture. Much more efficient and higher performing overall. I don't even think this is going to be close, Bob.
Well, based on that, Pat, your thoughts?
Direct Connect architecture does have a basic advantage in enabling higher throughput and system performance in compute-intensive environments. By directly connecting the memory controller, I/O, and processors, the result is a dramatic improvement in performance and reduction in latencies.
Well, there you have it. Okay, let's see if that's true. The next round measures integer performance. Pat, what should we be looking for here?
This spec consists of 12 integer benchmarks developed from actual end-user applications. Integer math applications are most common in IT departments and enterprise server deployments. Database servers, email servers, Java, and web servers should all perform better on processors with strong integer performance.
Okay, right from our resident expert. And there's the bell for the 4th round. Here we go. Looks like the dual-core AMD Opteron processor has the upper hand here.
Oh! I didn't even know a processor could do that, Bob!
Boy, that hurts. Oh, looks like this round is over.
Oh, and not a moment too soon, Bob.
Oh, it's the dual-core AMD Opteron processor with a technical knockout. AMD wins again. Looks like you may be right.
Of course I'm right.
Aren't you happy?
I am.
The 5th and final round of the dual-core duel will measure my favorite, floating point performance. Pat, you have one last time. What should we be looking for?
Well, this spec consists of 14 compute-intensive floating point benchmarks from actual end-user applications, most common to engineering, research, and scientific environments.
That sounds like some pretty heavy listening there, Pat.
Yes, computational fluid dynamics, CAD/CAM, digital content creation, rendering farms, and financial modeling tools should all perform better when running on a processor with strong floating point performance.
Okay, glad you said that, not me. And here we go for the 5th and final round of the dual-core duel.
Oh, nice shot by AMD.
Oh, I don't think the other processor saw that coming.
Man, I don't believe this.
Oh, wow, that's something.
Wait. You know, Bob, looks like the dual-core AMD Opteron processor is a better contender overall. But yet, wait a minute, it's a knockout by AMD!
It's over!
It's over!
Oh, let's see the results of the 5th round.
It's over. The dual-core duel is over. The dual-core AMD Opteron processor has swept all 5 rounds here, Bob.
And it was quite a battle, Stefan.
Oh, I don't know. It seemed pretty one-sided to me. Hey, Pat, congratulations to AMD and the dual-core AMD Opteron processor.
Thanks very much. We're happy to say the dual-core AMD Opteron processor provides today's IT managers with the technology to decrease costs while increasing performance and not increasing thermal output. We're extremely happy our customers are the ultimate winners.
You know, that's true, Pat. In the spirit of free and open competition, it's clear the customer has won here tonight. To see the details of tonight's action and the exact metrics and conditions of the fight, go to www.amd.com/duel. I'm Bob Wood.
And I'm Stephen Smith Collins.
That's all from the Dual Core Duel in New York City. Let's go back now to Steve Whitaker and Pat Patla at Data Center Studios. Thanks for watching.
Night, folks.
Welcome back to Data Center. I'm Steve Whitaker here with AMD's Pat Patla. Well, Pat, that was quite an eye-opener. We watched the whole thing from the Data Center Studios, and I think I landed as many punches as Intel.
Well, it was their published benchmarks.
Yes, wait a minute. We have some breaking news. This just in. Sun Microsystems has challenged Dell to a side-by-side competition. We now join a press conference with Sun Microsystems' John Fowler, Executive VP of the Network Systems Group.
Thank you all for being here today. We're issuing a challenge directly to Dell to join us in the Benchmark Brawl, a side-by-side comparison of dual-core x86 servers. A 4-round match on these benchmarks of industry-standard performance, the latest server Java benchmark, floating point intensive calculation, power consumption, and the big one, price performance.
John, what a challenge! That should get Dell's attention.
Good! It's time to once and for all put these contenders to the challenge. With dual-core AMD Opteron processors, we know we've got great performance, and it's time we show it to the world.
What if Dell wants to accept?
They should email me at benchmarkbrawl@sun.com.
Do you really think they will?
I don't know. I hope so. We'll give them until January 31st, 2006 to accept the challenge.
Do you think they'll show up to demonstrate their performance claims?
Well, we'll find out, won't we? Our boys, the Sunfire x64 servers, powered by dual-core AMD Opteron processors, have been training hard and are faster and more powerful than ever. We know the Sunfire X4100 server is up to 65% faster than Dell 1850 and requires 42% less watts per socket. We're ready for the benchmark brawl.
How do we know this is going to be a fair fight?
If Dell accepts, judging will be done by a neutral third-party lab running industry-standard server benchmarks that I mentioned previously. This fight will be between servers commercially available, in volume, and on identical configurations of hardware, operating systems, and applications. We've also put the details on our website, sun.com/x64. You can see it all there.
John, one more question. Why the Sun Dell Benchmark Brawl now?
One simple reason. It's what customers demand. It's every box for themselves.